enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Matt Suhey.
Like that. Thank you. Check that hair out, right? It is the 80s, what can I say, right? I think Marino's hair got caught up on that. Thank you. Matt, I'm proud to have you as my presenter, even though you went to Penn State. And we tease each other all the time about that. I always say my favorite weekend is when Penn State, Notre Dame, and Green Bay all lose in the same weekend. Just kidding, Franco. Just kidding. Thank you, Matt. I really appreciate you being here for me. I want to thank all the staff here at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. David Baker and his staff are amazing. You made this an incredible experience for me and my family. Thank you to the Centennial Committee, especially Dan Pompey, and congratulations to the entire Centennial class of 2020. And I am proud to be inducted alongside you. Congratulations to the class of 2021, who will be on the stage tomorrow night, and to the guys sitting all around here, the members of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. You're all my heroes. Thank you very much. And I want to say thank you to the Chicago Bears organization, Ted Phillips and the McCaskey family, and one McCaskey in particular, Ed McCaskey. Ed was a remarkable person who made Penny and me feel so welcome when we first got to Chicago. When I got hurt in training camp in '88 and had to go back for surgery, Ed visited me every day in the hospital. He bought me lunch from Tofano's, and he'd sit there with that Sportsman's Park Racing form, chewing on that cigar, and say, "Jimmy, what do you think of this horse?" So growing up, I never dreamed I'd be standing here in front of you at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And there are so many people that helped make that happen, starting with my mom and dad. And I always said I never had far to look for role models because they were right down the hall. My dad, like my grandfather before him, worked at Armco Steel in Ambridge, Pennsylvania for 34 years. And I remember once he took me into the hot mill in July when I was like 10 years old and said, "Son, you never want to come in here." And 1 week a month when he worked night turn, he'd come home early in the morning, change, and then go back out in the Sears and Roebuck moving truck for another 8 hours delivering appliances. And as a kid, that makes quite an impression on you. My mom's my biggest fan. Right there. There she is. Yeah, no one can say anything bad about her kids, no one. She worked at J.C. Penney part-time in Northern Lights Shopping Center in Baden. Anyone remembers that? We called it J.C. Penney to make it sound more exotic. We got that discount. The Husky section, right, Mom? Every single time. Yeah, my mom is the rock of our family. Thank you, Mom. I love you. Thank you for everything. I'd like to thank my beautiful wife, Penny, sitting right down there in front. She's had to put up with so much, most of all being married to me. But all the injuries and surgeries, even helping me to the bathroom some Monday mornings, all the while raising our family. Honey, you're the glue that holds this all together. Thank you. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And I have 3 great kids, Casey, Jessica, and Scott. I'm so proud of each of you. Thank you. I'd like to thank my sisters, Deb and Elaine, and my brother, John, for all their love and support over the years, and I promise it's the last thing you have to go to for me, okay? I really appreciate it. I grew up in a town in western Pennsylvania called Conway, PA. We have Conway people up there, I think. Yeah. It's still home. So right down the street, right down Route 65 is Freedom High School. I think the Bulldogs are up there, I think, on top. Go Bulldogs. I play for a guy named Chuck Lucidor. Chuck made you believe in yourself and your abilities and made football fun again. He turned us into winners. He's no longer with us, but I owe him a lot. I was very fortunate to play for the University of Pittsburgh. Hail to Pitt! Pitt is an incredible place, and I played with some of the greatest college football players of all time on some of the greatest college football teams of all time. And many of my Pitt teammates are here tonight. Danny's up here, Rick Tricano, Jimmy Morcillo, Emil. They can all attest to that. At Pitt, I played for two great coaches in Jackie Sherrill and Joe Moore. And Jackie was a great player's coach and really cared about you as a person, not just a football player. When I moved to the offensive line in the spring of '80, he took a personal interest in making sure it was the best move for me. Thank you, Coach Sherrill. I love you. And I owe so much of my success to Joe Moore, who I consider to be one of the greatest offensive line coaches of all time. And after I switched to offensive line, the first practice, Joe said, "You're going to be an All-American someday." Now, he could have said anything, but after he said that, I would have ran through a brick wall for the guy. He was great to play for most of the time. And I got a lot of Joe Moore stories. I only got 3 minutes left. But Joe just had a unique way of pushing you even beyond your own expectations, and then he took great pride in seeing you succeed. So he's no longer with us, but thank you, Joe. I miss you. I owe you so much. So thank you. And finally, the Chicago Bears. When I first got to the Bears in 1983, we weren't a very good football team. One of my first meetings, Mike Ditka said, "I got good news and bad news. Good news is we're going to the Super Bowl. Bad news is half you guys won't be there when we do." But he pushed us hard, but I also believe he reestablished the pride back into the Bears organization, that playing in the NFL is a privilege and not a right, and that when you pull that Bears jersey over your pads and put on that helmet with that C on the side, it means something special. So thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Thank you. I had the opportunity to play with some incredible players, and when you talk about great Bear players, it all starts with Walter Payton. I can't tell you anything more about Walter, but since I got a couple minutes, I'll tell one quick story about Walter. Back in the day, no one had single rooms. Everybody had the room together. But Walter had a single room, of course. He was the only one. Matt and I roomed together. And his room was always next to ours. And when it was a big game, every once in a while, that door would fly open, and he would run in there and jump right on top of me, right? And he'd lean down. You know, he had that voice like Michael Jackson, you know? And he said, "Good morning, sunshine. Time to kick some ass." He was the best. I wish he was here with us tonight. At practice, I played against some of the best defensive players of all time. Richard Dent and I squared off against each other every day. Sometimes we didn't like each other very much, but we made each other better. Thank you, Rich, my brother. I appreciate it. And then when you look down the line, you had Dan Hampton, another Hall of Famer, and then Steve McMichael, who I believe should be in the Hall of Fame. And we are all thinking about you tonight, Steve, and wish you were here. I just know I wasn't going to face anybody on Sunday better than I faced during the week, so thank you, fellas. And Dick Stanfield was my line coach, and I learned so much from Dick. Not only was he a great Hall of Fame football player and coach, but he was an even better person. And finally, I want to thank all my Bears teammates. Many are here tonight. I saw them last night, and I thank you all for coming. It really means a lot to me. But in particular, my teammates on the offensive line. We were very fortunate that the same five of us played together for 7 years in my career. Mark Bortz, Jay Hilgenberg, Tom Thayer, and Keith Van Horn. I can't think of 4 better guys that I would rather line up next to on any Sunday. So thank you, guys. You're the best. And in closing, I'd like to thank all the Chicago Bears fans out there. Your support has really been appreciated. Thank you all. Thank you, God. God bless you all. Thank you.
What a delightful speech by Jim Covert. What a